Alright, so thought since I was playing this game anyway, I might as well record some of it. This is, I should say, Narcoleptic 9, playing Dark Souls, the Prepared to Die edition. I know I'm a bit late to this game, but there's a lot of content, so I'm sure many people will not know all of it. I'm going to play this game primarily as something to record, because I was doing it anyway, and recording this, of course, for Jackie to watch and hopefully be entertained by. So in character creation, gonna go with actually gonna go with Sabriel, and female class is gonna be warrior. I'm picking warrior because they're a balanced class, and I'm kind of new to the game anyway, so anyone watching this, I'm by no means an expert. I've only played like 17 hours, which I know sounds like a lot based on some other games, but it's still like there are times where I will get owned in the face. I do know enough though that the only one that really makes any sense is the Master Key. Lets you unlock certain doors. It's given as a part of the Thief class, but I don't usually pick that. I haven't picked that one yet. I find it hilarious when the very slim people are wielding massive swords, so I'm gonna go with that. Astora royalty, and I'm gonna go wave hair, and black is what it should be. Not like I'll ever see that though, because I'll probably always have a helmet on. For those of you who don't know, Sabriel is I'll wait till after this.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty lords peeled apart their stone scales. Witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. Seeth the scales betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign.
Alright, so that was quite the story.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
What a guy. Alright, so sorry for interrupting there, but this is the starting area. I'm planning on this episode to try to get all the way through the tutorial sort of starting area. It's not really tutorial. There's a just as a side note, there's a lot of orange spots on the ground. They just tell you how to play the game, more or less. So I will, in this area at least, be ignoring them. As I was saying though, just getting the dungeon key here. Sabriel is a character from one of my favorite book series. It's the Old Kingdom trilogy. And she is an Abhorsen, who in that world is a fighter of death, or dead things, coming back to life. So I thought it was kind of fitting. Anyway though, we're going to fight this guy, really for no other reason than we get souls from it. And it's not really explained yet, but these guys are what they call harrowed, which means that they're spirits that have kind of lost their humanity. They are no longer able to think on their own. They just kind of lay about, or they murder people, which is what happens later. I got another one here in the corner. For people who have played Dark Souls before, I will probably fail at doing things right a lot, and I will often also make choices to do something that it's just because you either like the way it looks, or don't prefer one thing or the other. So my apologies in advance. Also, don't expect me to be some super crazy guy that can parry every attack that comes across. But anyway, not much to do with this bonfire. As you can see, we have a very powerful weapon here. It's a sword build. This game has some very awesome boss fights. For instance, this guy but there's no way in hell I can. We're just gonna run through this door here. There is a way you can defeat him if you pick the black fire bombs. I decided against that because I kind of want to play with items you can get normally. So we'll go from there. As you see, I've been through this area a couple times. There's an archer up ahead, so can't really block his attack yet, but they're giving us our shield. Discuss this with some coworkers that have played this game more, and the heater shield is apparently one of the best medium shields. So medium shield is. Oops, I always do that. Gotta get out of that menu before you can hold your shield up. Apparently archers just run away from you. But a medium shield is one, or the heater shield is one of the best medium shields because it has, where is it? Here. It has a 100 physical damage reduction. You can see that. My mouse does not translate apparently, but you can see that under that damage reduction percent. So that means while I'm blocking, I do not take any physical damage from the attack that's hitting my shield. It also has fairly high fire resist for a medium shield, which is pretty cool. And so it's very useful for us. I like the, oh, I do. I like the longsword, which is one of my reasonings behind picking the warrior class. I was thinking knight, but the knight armor is only really good until you find what is called the elite knight armor, which you get apparently fairly soon. Not like right away, but within the first few hours of play. And speaking of, it is the armor that he is wearing. Not like we can rip it off his body, but it's the armor he's wearing. Remember, right, there is nothing that way. That is an item I could pick up, but I have not figured out how to get there yet. So, yay. Alright, so running over here. I don't know if I should just block or I should actually dodge because that was a lot of damage. Anyway, that thing hurts. Well, we should go talk to this guy now.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Alright, so he is foreshadowing the first part of the next area, which I have yet to even beat, which is we have to ring a couple bells. Anyway, though, he gave us the Estus flask, which is useful for healing yourself. So you know how to use that right now. It recharges at bonfires. Now, one interesting thing about this game is monsters respawn. So we're actually going to go ahead and fight this guy twice. Or just get murdered right away. Alright, we killed him. So, every time we kill people, we get souls. That's in the lower right there. Currently I have 200. But we're going to open this gate, go back to this bonfire, and it's not probably going to make too much difference, but I'm going to get an extra 20 off that guy, thought I might as well. And now we're back up to 5 charges of our Estus flask, so it's kind of a interesting mechanic that you reset your healing, but you also reset all the monsters if you end up having to go to a bonfire. So that knight was nice enough to give us the key to this door, and we get to move on. And there's a couple more guys here. I'm actually going to see if I can parry on this guy. Oh, I actually got the parry in, but I forgot to do this. Ah, damn it. Parrying is what people that play this game a lot can do. Too soon. Oh man, I thought I got the reposit in. Yeah, I don't really need that. Damn it, I get to pick it up anyway. A reposit is like a really deadly straight attack. Maybe I can pull it off on the other guy that's in this room. We'll see. This is a soldier, so he's he's actually tougher than we faced yet. Yeah. You also can backstab. Backstabs are quite different. I imagine going back this way, which requires a key, is how we get to that item drop that I mentioned earlier. So I think you can come back here that's later in the game, and that's when you'll be able to do that. Sorry, just grabbing a glass or a drink of water. So you might be able to hear. We are in the room right above this demon guy, and probably one of the best things you can do to fight him, especially if you're new to the game, is oh shit. Apparently not wait, because that was not good. I was gonna say drop on him, so I should remember that. I remember the very first time I played this game, I waited too long as well, and that cost me. So who knows? Maybe I'll die and have to face him again. There will be much death in this game. Estus flash charges. So this is it, guys. Oh man. I don't know how he swims that so fast. This is going to come down to the wire. for trying to explain things. I'm gonna see if that ledge is not broken. So if it isn't broken, we'll try that plunge attack. It will be a little bit of repeated content though. There will be much repeated content in this. Just stab it. Much better. Now, you may have noticed, penalty for dying is losing souls, and I don't have any of it yet, but humanity. Humanity is next to my health bar in the upper left. And that's actually part of the reason why I really like the longsword, is it has that stab attack. So it's really got long range. The broadsword, which is what the knight has a slash attack, which I don't really like. The hunter, which is actually my furthest playthrough, has a short sword, which is very good at, or is faster than this and lighter. We'll get into some of that mechanics again in a bit, but let's do this. And that is a massive amount of damage, so see why I really messed up on the last time we just fought him. What? That did not hit me. We're actually gonna get him to go over here. That's freaking crap. Alright. Just gonna quick run over here. So, when you die, the most recent time that you've died, you can pick up what was on the ground there. Of your souls, so it may actually give us a slight advantage. Later on, souls are used to upgrade, to level up, to upgrade weapons and armor, to purchase new weapons and armor from various shops. It's kind of overall, it's overall currency, XP, everything like that. We should actually heal quick. I know we're not that hurt, but might be a determining factor. And we won. Alright, cool. So, we're actually going to get a fair amount from this, but we're going to have like 220 or so more than what I actually had previously. What the hell is making that noise? Anyway, open the giant door here he was guarding. And we are actually almost done with the tutorial / starting area. Just a couple things left that I remember. Like I said, I've been through here a few times. I've had a couple flops of characters, but picking up the soul of the lost undead, that's it's basically just 200 souls in item form. So I usually don't consume those because I don't. If you die twice, like I said, if you die once, what you had on you drops to the ground in that green orb. If you die a second time without picking up what you dropped the first time, you lose the first one, and then you drop a second one of whatever you had then. So I typically try to keep, at least currently, I keep some humanity as an item, which we actually got some from that fight. So gain +1 humanity, and you can actually use it to heal yourself, which has saved me a couple times. And then we got that soul of the lost undead. So I keep both of those as item forms in case I die and need some help with something. and it's just a backup plan. Anyway, though, we're about to head to the new area.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Alright, so we made it to the Firelink Shrine. That is kind of the central hub, at least of most of the beginning part as far as I understand it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.